Jesus Christ. Let's get that down. I just... Oh my god, normally on stream I wouldn't talk about this, but I just saw probably one of the most unintentionally racist and offensive things I've seen in a long time. Let me check the audio real quick. Ooh. But I just saw online what appears to be the finale of Devil May Cry cartoon was leaked online just recently, and how do I put this? The creator thought it would be really a big own if he made it so that demons were analogous to Middle Eastern people, because that would make America look bad, because the real bad guys are America. But all I can think is, did you just call Middle Eastern people demons? Like, what the hell? You depict hell, and then what do? You give them a bunch of you give them a bunch of headdresses. You give them, you make it so that Green Day's American Idiot is playing, making it directly analogous to, the war in the Middle East. But all I'm seeing is all I'm thinking is wow, he just called all of Middle East hell, and its inhabitants demons. And I don't think he realizes wow, that looks at all. Ooh, we have that. I'm gonna look forward to watching that. Let's put on the beret though. We have more important things to do. We have to draw, chat. Is that even on my head? It's not. It's on my. It's on my. You know what? I'll keep it there. It's on my miasma. It's going back. Oh, good. Oh. No, I don't care. I was gonna say how my tracking might be a little off today because of the fact that I couldn't find my buzzer, but I don't need to apologize for that. Because I'm gonna be mostly looking down regardless. My tracking's gonna be crap regardless for that reason alone. Let me get down here. It's kind of just floating there. I love it. Let me address one little thing and then we can start chat. But, as you might see from the thumbnail, hello, Zach! Actually, let me... Can't say, but wanted to say hi before going... I might start streams a little earlier, back to going to the 9 o'clock time, or having that be an early start time, if nothing else. Ooh, because it feels like people either... Because it feels like 10 to 11 is a dead zone in a bit. Ooh. But... I feel like you might want to hear that just for the future, because I remember, are a little more available earlier. But I'm probably going to have streams, if they start early, start around 9. Today I didn't have the time to start early, sadly. But as I was saying, we're probably going to do some sketches inspired by what other people haven't asked. Particularly the fact that the thumbnail was from Shogmommy, saying that she asked somebody to make Kermit and Fozzie Bear kissing. But I misunderstood that. In the communication, I thought she said that she asked somebody, but the person said they were busy. However, what she had said is that they were busy on it, that they were busy working on it, not that they were busy with something else. So I did it as just I didn't have anything better to do. It was late at night. I was like, I'll just draw it myself. And then I remembered I have some other things I have promised people to draw that I have yet to draw. And one of them is Regulus Corneus from RE0 making out with Homelander. I don't know why women request I have two fictional men make out, but it's a pattern, Chad, but we're not going to focus on it. Okay, we're not going to notice things. Don't worry about it. Whoop. We have plenty of topics today, ranging from existential, because it's drawing, to just general topics, like the whole Devil May Cry thing with the creator being profoundly, accidentally but profoundly racist. Oh my god. Why would you write that? Why would you write that demons and Middle Eastern people are analogous to one another and not recognize what you're doing? That's wild. So, what we should start with is drawing Regulus. And, because actually, I'll show actually what I did here. And we'll probably just redo this. What we're going to do is we're going to do a sketch of both of them. So just like with the Fozzie Bear situation, I drew Fozzie really quick, really simple. I drew Kermit the Frog really quick, really simple. And the lighting isn't quite as good today. Let me see if I can get it a little bit better. No. Thing is, I don't have my other light, which I usually use to light up to give extra lighting. Let me see if I can get it hooked up real quick. I'm feeling like the answer is going to be no, but I feel like I should still check. I don't have the stand for it because to put it on the put it on the tripod. I have it at my desk. I have to take off its clamp. So I'm gonna have to try to MacGyver something here. Okay. Let's see if this works, chat. Body, stop having a stroke. I'm gonna see if this works. Last, I lost. There it is. Is that better lighting? Warmer lighting. But it'll have to do. Let's also get this light on. There we go. I don't know how well this is going to be, but as I was saying, we're going to do the Fozzie, the Kermit. Then I did like a practice sketch, realized what I was doing wrong here, and then fixed it in the final sketch of the two kissing. And actually how I figured out how to get them to kiss was I remembered that they're puppets. And so they're not actually two heads that can like morph around one another or like, you know, have just, you know, like it's a face with, you know, like lips at the front. Is that what they are is effectively just, you know, this. Just with a lot more over top. So all I did was I just went, like I was struggling because as you can see how this one looks a little weird, how like the angles aren't quite correct here. Even though it's low detail, I think you can see like how the eye, like how it looks a little more monstrous here. You know, which isn't what I was aiming for. And I just sat back and was like, shit, how do I do this? How do I figure this out? And I just looked at my hands and I just looked at my hands and just went like this, and then just went like this. And it was like 2001: A Space Odyssey, the scene where like he's just, you know, like looking at the bone, and then he goes like he's just looking at the bone and goes, oh, and then he starts breaking stuff with the bone, and it's like it all makes sense now. I had a true return to monkey moment, chat. Oh my goodness. It was an evolutionary leap in drawing. But that's how we got Kermit the Frog and Fozzie Bear kissing, which turned out so well that it got complaints from people on my Discord. They're like, that image is too good. Why did you make it look so good? Oh god, because I don't put in half efforts. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try to get an image of Regulus up. I already searched for him before stream. Let me get Regulus up. Okay. That's a pretty good picture of Regulus. What picture should we use? Ah! I don't want to click on that. What picture? Sorry, I just thought I had hit the wrong button for a second. This one looks pretty good. That's a pretty good image. Very large, straight on. Just like the Kermit and Fozzie Bear reference. Okay. Ooh, we were gonna draw on Tommy Umari, which is just a gender bent Tomoe Umari, because I've realized that gender bents are like really good reference drawings. But I don't think I have enough references for it. I'm trying to find like specific references, and I'm having a bit of trouble. So I'd like to draw that as well today, but I don't know if we'll have the time. If not, I might spend the week. I was gonna try to freehand this to see how well it goes. Probably isn't gonna look too great because it's gonna be freehanding, but whatever. Actually, just realized that because of the shot I'm using, his head needs to be extra bulbous because he's actually kind of like leaning forward a little. Ugh, God, it's humid today. This is gonna be a little asymmetrical, aren't you? That seems... It seems like it might be a little too high. Actually, it's kind of weird because the angle is kind of the opposite of the typical... Normally, in ReZero, you'll like have a head, and then you'll have this, and then you'll have the ears, and the eyes will actually be kind of located on top and angled, so they look extra high. Where a lot of times in a lot of other works, the eyes are kind of more below the eye line, like the top is at the bottom of the eye line. Ooh. Which is why it looks like characters in ReZero have like kind of this uncanny, longer face, even though you can tell proportionally it's like all still there, but their eyes are a little bit higher, and again the angle makes it look even more accentuated. But because the angle of this one, his eyes are actually a lot lower than what you usually get from ReZero characters. I'm actually going to erase that ear. It's not a distraction. Okay. And... you know what? I'm going to take the time, save image. I'm going to actually bring the picture up so you guys can see what I'm working with as reference. So, pictures. Wrong. Oh, no, that's final products. References. Save. And then... let me get image reference. Okay. Okay. Browse images. Pictures. Drawing. Reference. Ah! He's so massive, chat. Make him smaller. Put him over here. Where I'm not drunk. Hello! You were blocked. I didn't see you say hello at first because you were blocked by me bringing up the image. Oh. Right now I'm drawing... well... so... drawing the Kermit and Fozzie Bear kissing reminded me that I promised Ariel Lulu back in January I'd draw Regulus and Homelander kissing because she requested that just in general, and I was like, well, why not? It's also in theme with everything. So we're gonna try it doing that. And then if we have time, we're gonna try to make some rough drafts of Tommy Umari, or some other gender bent VTuber. We might even try to fucking get the work done on doing the gender bent of me even. That is something I keep forgetting about. Oh yeah, I was not able. I tried to draw them kissing. Actually, I think I have it. I don't think I erased it. But it was really like I didn't even get far in it. I was like, oof, that's bad. Let me actually go all the way back. So here's the sketches of them. This is like from months ago, but here's Regulus, who has a really big fruit, who has like a Jimmy Neutron head going on there. Can you stay focused? There's Homelander. I'm actually really happy with how I stylized Homelander. But I think he still looks pretty recognizable as the actor. And then, you know, you'd also just have like, you can't see the other ones because freaking Regulus is blocking it out. It's his right chat, you know, so we're just gonna leave him up there. But I think it's in the next picture. Oh yeah, I tried and it looked really bad. I used the reference, but it still looked really bad. I tried, it turned out really badly, and so I kind of stopped. And I was like, okay, I just need to sketch them by themselves. And I was like, okay, but then I realized I just didn't have the skill at the time to do combined bodies or forms. And one of the problems with doing combined forms that I realized, hold on, while doing Kermit and Fozzie, let me see if I can get this in perspective properly, is that with this one I kind of realized you kind of almost meld the forms together. And it's like, no, you can't do that. Even though they are together, they are still two separate bodies interacting with one another. And that's what I kind of fixed in this one, where I realized that the bodies have to be kind of drawn separately, but in consideration of one another, which is a bit of work, but it turned out a lot better for it. So, we're gonna try to repeat the process we did with that. I'm gonna draw the characters, then we're going to separately, then we're going to draw them together. So let's see here. Hey Gunner, you comfortable? Okay, so very unusually for a ReZero character, his eyes, but this is more because of the angle, are right here. By the way, Lon, I saw your posts on the Discord today. They were very nice. I meant to comment on them, but kind of just got away from me. My apologies for that. Oop. I'm just trying to map out the general shape of the eyes right now. Okay, so this is telling me that I need to... that my head is a little asymmetrical. We'll focus on the drawing. Okay. You don't mind. Yeah, but I try to keep interactions on the Discord. Try to always see what's going on, what you guys are doing. Even on channels that I don't interact with that much, like the meme channel, because it's just... I just don't got them memes to spread. If I fucking was on the meme channel more, I'd be like posting at, like, I'd kind of be posting as a joke, like really old memes, like Velociraptor. Make you guys wonder, just like, where are you getting those memes? It's like, don't worry about it. Okay. And... draw his helmet. The thing I hate about hair is this part, because it looks so wrong. Hair looks so wrong at this stage when you just do it like this. But you're not wrong for doing it like this, and it's just one of those things. This roughing out the image. It's just that you know that it shouldn't look like this right now. So your brain is compensating for it. It'd be funny. It will be fine. It will be nice. I'd also have to re-find those old-ass memes. I always loved the meme. God, this is an old one, but like the one where it says like the like aristocrat or like merchant or whatever, just like smiling and like pointing at the painting, just like, you good sir. And it's always just like talking about like the least gentleman behavior, but then being like, you know, but then like saying how like, but pretty much like saying like, but then I would like say sir, like I'd be like polite while being an a-hole effectively. Okay. Feels a little wrong. I think it's a little not tall enough, but also we're gonna have to realize, okay, so the root of the scalp would be here, but it would kind of spread out from here because hair goes up then out. Physics! Or something. Okay. Da-da-da-da. You might be like, oh, his hair doesn't end in a spike. Why did you end it in a spike? Because a trick is that hair does end in a spike. It's just that it has parts that break off. And you can... Ooh, wait, no, that one broke off in the wrong way. Okay, it has parts that break off. And you can layer that. Ooh. You can also use this as a guiding line to get to here. And then his hair does a diss. If you're wondering who all the women are behind him, those are his wives. Man loved collecting wives. Ooh. Not for like, you know, like any carnal desire. No, he's greed. He just wanted the wives to have the wives. Ooh. Though they did serve actually as a kind of... They served for his magic, actually. By having the wives, he pretty much could have a get-out-of-death free card, effectively. In here. Huh? Ooh, because his magic functioned by, like, it would stop his heart for 5 seconds, but it would pretty much make him, like, it would make him invulnerable to anything within those 5 seconds. So, like, it's kind of like a time stop ability, if I understand correctly. I haven't gotten that far. But he was able to, like, share the load, like, share the burden of his magic across all of his wives, so he's effectively immortal because of that. He could just stop time for himself and be a perpetual because of that. And because it was shared across all of his wives, it pretty much wouldn't hurt anyone. Ooh. At least I don't think so. Maybe his wives were dropping dead from, like, heart attacks or something. Ooh. I think we're gonna have to make his hair even bigger than I anticipated. It looks like we kind of were correct on one side, but didn't do enough on the other. Okay. And then... Okay. What's that? Oh my goodness, but considering this is an art stream, I feel like it might be nice to talk about the fact that on Twitter, people lost their mind because, well, people is a strong word. Very casual anime fans lost their mind because the creator of My Hero Academia drew the rabbit girl with, like, high exposure. And why are you constantly refocusing, camera? It's really annoying. He just drew her with high exposure, so her skin was, like, you know, just, like, a lot lighter than it's usually shown to be. And a lot of people are like, oh my god, he made this black character white. And it's like, firstly, She's like Okinawan or something. She's a tan Asian woman first and foremost. Like the fact that you look at the character and just go immediately like, ah, yes, this character Japanese with Japanese, well, Okinawan, but like, you know, just like this Asian person with Asian parents. Well, they have skin that's dark enough. They must be like from Africa. And it's like, no, we just told you they're from Okinawa. No. It's like the whole thing of like the reason she has a tan is because she's always out on like she's always out on the beat. She's always looking for crime to stop, you know? Like this is literally said during like one of her I think it might be during her introduction that she's always out going, like she's always outside. She's never in an office, you know, like waiting for crime to happen like other heroes are. She is a go-getter. She is on top of things. And this is shown partially by the fact that she has a tan, that she has a dark tan at that. But it's just like, but you know, it's Twitter, so they see a character who, you know, has higher exposure, and they're like, they whitewashed him, and it's just like, oh my god. Oh my goodness. And it's the creator of My Hero Academia 2 who made the art piece. But all I could think about is, I couldn't find it, but there is a cover to like a Prince Greatest Hits album where he looks like he's Hispanic because he is so overexposed in the pictures. Because sometimes Prince would do that. But all I could think about is just like, I really need to find one of those pictures of Prince. I didn't end up doing this because I just couldn't find one. One of those pictures of Prince where he is super overexposed and looks like he's either white or Hispanic. He looks... Well, I feel like his chin is going too deep. You think his chin is too deep? No, his mouth is too high. His mouth is too high, chat. But you know, typical Twitter. Very casual anime fans. Remember Bleach? I remember Bleach. Bleach was okay. Well, I'm surprised that it's still going. I'll admit that. You know, not as a snipe, just more like you had a good ending after the Aizen arc, and then you kept going, and then apparently it's been like how many years later, and you're still going. What are you doing? You had so many points to end your series, and it's like, oh, it's still good. It's like, I can't believe it, but at the same time, like, you had a perfect point. Oh my god, dude. Yep. That's another dark-skinned Asian woman who is just like, nah. Where, because again, like, they just see the character and they're like, well, no, they can't be... Like, they have to be, you know, from Africa now. Like, it's never like... And it's just like, the series is set in Japan. Everyone is Japanese. Why can you not, like, people can get tans, for God's sake. Oh my god, so many... It's always so freaking insane. This is the idea that tans don't exist. Ooh. Also, just, again, exposure. Jesus Christ. We are angling his eyes too much, I've just realized. So, let us try to correct for that. Okay. Actually, that kind of looks better already. Ooh. I do like, what was that, like, Kenichi or whatever, Kenro? I don't remember. It was Ken. They called him Ken. He had a bigger name, but I do remember that one character from Bleach whose name was Ken, and his whole stick was, I'm the most powerful character in this entire series. I just hold back because I want, like, you know, to have fun with people. Like, if I went full tilt, there'd be no challenge. So I just, like, you know, I spend like hours a day making my hair really crazy, like long spikes, so I can put bells at the end of my hair. So that way people always know where I am, because there's like, I'm always having bells jangle wherever I go, so I can never sneak up on a person. Because it would be, because like, even though I'm like, you know, 8 feet or 9 feet tall in a like a literal shit brick house, I can be pretty sneaky. And by pretty sneaky, what he means is he can just walk through a freaking wall. And it's just like, bro, you're not sneaking up on people. You're just being the Kool-Aid man on bath salts. It's like, they never see it coming. Yeah, nobody sees a dude just walking through a wall coming. Like he just like it was like it's one of those bead doorways. Like, dude's just like, I don't know, man. Guy was an absolute psychopath. Okay. I think that's a pretty good eye so far over here. This one's gonna have to be corrected for. That one needs correction, but we just kind of... Actually, no, he's kind of looking down, so we don't want him looking up. We actually want his eye to be more centered overall, because he's looking down. It's gonna be a little hard to get this correct. I think the shading is gonna be the thing that we're gonna have to rely on. Ooh. I messed that up a little. Okay. Now let's do the other eye. I'll do it like this. Yeah. Then like this. Then swoop it down. Do this and this. I wonder if this seem quite right. Do this and then this. I don't know, something about this eye doesn't seem quite right. Okay, that was just me being lazy, I'll admit. Let me see through the camera, see if it can tell me what's wrong. Camera, why are you out of focus? Why are you doing this today of all days? Am I gonna have to like switch you to manual focus? Like, what is happening today? It's horrendously out of focus. What is going on right now? 1 minute. Is there like dust on the lens or something? What is going on right now? It's not getting in focus. It looks fun, but like I can see right now it's just gotten out of focus for some reason. Get in focus. It's not... Okay, hold up. Let me get a Zaku out real quick. Honestly, normally that works. And the camera has lost focus completely. Okay, well, I guess if I just force it into the correct focus, it has to be in focus, but what the fuck? It just kind of gave up wanting to... No. We're gonna keep the Zaku fucking right here. Stay in focus. I don't know what is going on with the camera right now. They're not gonna be perfectly symmetrical, but we're gonna have to live with it. Okay. Yeah, it looks fine enough. Yeah, you're right. It's just that this part is could be a little lower. A little rounded out, so... Yeah, that looks a little bit better. It looks like he has a tired eye now over there, but... Simple eraser. We'll fix that. And we're just gonna have to make it more in line with that as we line it, but... I think we can move on to lining now. Let's, give him his little ear wing. Oh, I think the earring is actually how he like stays connected to his wives. Like it's a amulet or whatever. Part of the spell. If I remember correctly. Ooh. Okay, now let us go to the lining part. Oh god, I'm probably gonna have to, when I'm done with this, actually copy them and practice the lining. I think we're gonna do Red Dead tomorrow, but we might just do lining practice tomorrow if I'm feeling not up for it. Can I get it? Where is B? Okay. Need to sharpen it, chat. Whoop. That is a... Oh, by the way, I've been finally able to make time to start watching things with family again. You know, before stream, having enough time to go over and see things with family, you know, visit them. What just fell off of you, my little friend? What is that? That's a gun pull piece. Of course it is. But I've started watching Jack Reacher with family. Oh. And I think it was Lon who described Jack as a mountain of a man, but holy crap, that dude in the new season, the Dutch giant, guy's actually like 7'2", but like still has like the proportion of like a guy who's like 5'10", which is to say he is monstrously big. Ooh. Like normally when you get tall, you lanken out. That dude does not. It makes Jack Reacher look small, which is saying something because the actor for Jack Reacher is not only like tall but absolutely yoked. Like man is a unit. For them to have just some dude who just makes him look small is pretty impressive and intimidating. Okay. And then... Ooh. But also the season's been pretty good so far. I haven't seen the first 2 seasons, but it seems like a pretty fun series. It reminds me of, like one of those, it's not episodic like they would be, but it reminds me of like one of those 80s shows where like, or even 70s shows where it's just like a dude solving a mystery, getting like, you know, embroiled in some plot. Only where like those would have their plots over the course of one episode. This one kind of more drags it over the course of the season where it's like one big mystery. Ooh. And the mystery this season is effectively like, how do we stop some like illegal stuff from happening while also maybe saving a girl who may or may not be alive still? We don't know. Okay, and then... that might be a little... Okay. Then he has like another one We got a banana here. Hair bananas. Ooh. Oh, anime, and your hair bananas. Actually, saying that reminds me of Panty and Stocking when literally a monkey rips off. Ooh. Rips off, what is it, Panty's hair, like her cowlick at one point, and just eats it because it just looks like bananas. It's just, so it does absolutely does. Ooh. Savage chat. And then... Okay. I think that's turning out nicely. It looks a little haunting with the that's always like a step in like lining, isn't it? The part where like everything looks kind of haunting and a little terrifying because like you'll have you know like the hair lined but the face isn't, so it looks kind of like apparition-y. You got like layers moving. Ooh. It has very messy hair. Okay, and then... There we go. And then... like this. And then... here. And here. Look at that. Then we do the other ear. This. Ooh. Give him a little beaky mouth on the upper lip at least. Ugh, I messed that up a little. I made his mouth a little too wide open, but I also think I just made his mouth a little too high in general. Alright. I think that's looking good so far. And then... eyes are gonna be a little tricky to do. Humor me for a minute. Jack Reacher! Slapping men with true American... He tried to slap the mountain in the episode I just watched. He tried, not the mountain, but the Dutch giant. He tried to slap Polly, is the character's name. Not slap him, he actually tried to gut punch him. And... Polly literally, and like the character just didn't move and just backhanded him, and it's just like, oh my god, he's too big. Oh, I want to see that fight. I want to see how that like turns out, because it's either gonna turn out very comedically, where it's just like Polly might be big, but you know guns don't care how big you are, or it's gonna be like a really intense fight where it's gonna be. Somehow, Jack Reacher is going to be the scrappy one in the fight, even though, again, he's like 6 foot something and like 4 foot wide. But again, the Polly, the character, is just, it's a 7'2" Dutchman. Like, it's just, you can't. Dude's so big that, like, when they say, like, yeah, he hit a character and they just died immediately, you don't go, that doesn't seem believable. You're like, oh, damn. I could totally see that him just like one-tapping a person just by hitting them. Okay. I kind of got the curve of the eyebrow wrong there, I see. But I've already committed to it, so I'm gonna have to commit to it on this end as well. We're not Disney animators in here. It's okay if we make a little bit of a mistake and we take liberties. It's still insane to me how Disney just fired all of their animation staff, and then they were like, wait a second, how do we make animations again? Hey guys, we need to rehire you again to like so you can tell us how to animate. And it's like, wow, that was a really smart move. Literally the house that the mouse built, and you were like, yeah, you know what, we don't need animation. And immediately you were like, make a what, 100-year anniversary? No, I don't. Was it their 100-year anniversary? Was the movie Wish? And nobody cared. Ooh. Which is pretty sad. But at the same time, I feel like it's also like, can you really call what Disney is today? Can you really call them Disney still? Ooh. I don't know if you can. He looks like he might be a little wall-eyed here, so we're going to try to make his pupils, we're going to try to draw them a little more inwards. Got them long anime pupils. That helps compensate a little. Okay. That looks like a good Regulus so far. Let's get into shading. Let's do the erasing and shading and see how things turn out. The fight is good. You'll like it. Okay. Ooh, the ads on Amazon are god-awful. Not because like they're bad themselves, but because it's literally just HBO or like Showtime, and it's just the same like 2 HBO, Showtime, or whatever, you know, like Netflix ads back to back. Some like I've seen like we've just been watching it. It's been the same it's been the same ad twice in a row, or it's like one of 4 ads, and it's just one of those 4 ads every time you watch it. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. It's like nobody else buying advertising. Like, did they just like buy all the advertising space, or is nobody else buying? So silly. Kind of silly that you have ads to begin with, but ooh. The market for streaming is no longer quite as monopolized as it used to be, and so you have to offer competitive contracts, and to afford those competitive contracts you need to run ads. Not saying I'm happy about that, I'm not, but ooh, I don't understand why it's happening. Okay. Get this done. That looks pretty nice. Not perfect, but that looks pretty nice. He looks a bit like a Birdman, but you know, I think I can live with it. He's kind of a creepy Birdman in spirit, anyways. Is it perfect? No, but this is also a very quick. I say very quick. This was meant to be a quick sketch. It wasn't. This was supposed to be like a sketch that took like 5 minutes. It did not take 5 minutes. What are we doing here? I don't think we're gonna have time to draw Tom Umari, chat. I don't even know if we'll have time to... Okay. Okay. I was gonna try to make this part a little more simpler. a little more simple. That's redundant saying more simpler. Okay. And then like this, and like this. And that goes across like this. Gotta give him like a luchador shadow mask going on here. Okay, and then like that. Then like this. Was that a very lazy thing I just did there? Yes. I don't care. And a little, we cannot forget here. Okay, so the question is, how do I want to shade in this face? I think I want to be a little lazy, chat. This is your best work? Oh, I don't know about that, but I thank you for the compliment. It is his right to be the best, chat. It is his freedom. Not his freedom, no, it's just his right. Man always just talks about his right. It's my right to be an asshole, is his entire stick. Let's get the shading on the hair done first. That is really simple to do. God, he has messy hair like Airy. The only reason I think that is because whenever I have to draw Airy, you might notice I always do everything in my power just to like cheat with her hair. Just like to do as little work as possible because she has such messy hair, chat, and I am just too much of a lazy bastard. I will be fully honest with you. Oh, guy's looking great. I actually want to practice something that I did with other sketches that I did. Actually, the sketch that I did with Airy. I want to practice something that I did with the Airy sketch, which I haven't shown, so I'll show it now. But let me get this out real quick. No, those are the markers, but here I tried to not transition between pencils at all. I tried to just use one pencil for the shading and use different pressures for it. So I want to continue doing that theme of shading by pressure and not as much by transitioning between pencil. Ooh, on a singular surface, that is. That's what we're going to try to do here. And then yeah, that's already looking nice. Look at this dude. Oh! I lost, something for a while, and I found it today, and so I was finally able to check my mail. I lost my key for the mailbox, and I found it today. And I'm happy to say that in the mail, it's probably been there for a week, but in the mail was Blazing Saddles. Whoop! I don't think we're going to be doing a watch-along this week. Actually, we're probably not, because I'm probably going to be busy watching something else with someone else. But that can be put on the roster either for stream or Discord. Very likely Discord, because of obvious reasons. But it could be stream, because I could show it to another VTuber who has not seen it. Which is absolutely baffling to me. Dude is definitely older than me. I don't know what his excuse is. Um, shading showing fine on camera at least. Oh, his mouth. His mouth I would want to color differently. Let's just use H to be lazy. We kind of have, I see in his mouth, we kind of have like, the corners of his mouth have a little darker. This looks weird on camera. It looks a lot better off camera, which is annoying. But let's get the eyes done and maybe that'll help. So... always the eyes are the make or break. Let's see here. Oh, that's H. I need the B. Okay. Okay, and then we actually want to go. I want to use B. Did I line his eyes? Ah, he's blocking himself. Damn it! Sorry about that. Did I line the eyes? I am improving. It is on model. It is a lot more on model than the previous one. He's looking extra creepy though. He's looking a lot more perverse than. I don't know what that expression is, to be honest. He's kind of a hard read character. Let me get this little dude figured out. Ah, shit, this is still B3. That was a horrible mistake I just made. Easy to fix, though. What I meant to do was use B, but we need to sharpen B. You might wonder why I use an X-Acto knife and not a pencil sharpener. Simple. You might think it's so I can control the tip. That's not the reason why. It's because I do not know where my pencil sharpener is, and I don't care to look for it. Ooh. I mean, it does give me better control over the tip, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Okay, and then curve it at the sides. Curve it at the sides. Okay, that one's a lot better curved. Let me try to get this one again. Okay. And let's see here. We did B, so we're gonna want to jump to H. Do we have H out already? We have H2. We need H. Just H. I don't remember what F is. Do we have H already out? I'm not seeing it in the box. CHB. Oh, there is H. Found it. Ooh. Okay, so. Let's actually fill this. Let's make sure this is nice and well filled in. So we can get that eye effect. This. This eye turned out better than this one, but I think it'll do. Honestly, we were not meant to spend this much time on this. Actually, what take B, we're going to... do this, and then that. Meh. Actually, that looks better on camera. That one actually does look better on camera. The what I did there, even though it's very quick and sloppy. And let us get his final pieces of hair on the back of his neck, because you might think those aren't important, but you'd always be surprised. So, and then that. This one's a little thicker, and then this one's a little thinner. They're both effectively the same overall combined length because of symmetry. There we go. And focus. There's like a sweet spot in there where it kind of focuses and it makes his skin look more even. I'm gonna try to get his skin to look a little more even. We are not meant to spend an hour on one face alone. Oh. Okay. We gotta work with what we got. You still can see the sketch lines, but that's because I was very sloppy with them and I did not intend for this to be as thought out. Let's go to Homelander again, though. Let us get Homelander up. Up. Model, stay like that. What did I just tell you, model? What an asshole. At least it's like gone, it's not out of sight yet. That's better. Okay. Can I get the original reference? There it is. No, that's not it either. That's the scene, but it was behind the scenes and the actor was actually smiling. Oh, it's a web file. It's gonna take an extra second. Now I need to open this up. I need to convert the web file to a normal file so I can show it to you on stream. Our references are going to be a combination. Hey, man. Sorry that my audio is not the best one. The microphone is over here. I'm over here. A combination of that wow, that's so much bigger. That's good resolution for a phone camera at least. Whoop. these two images. I cannot find the original behind the scenes image. There we go. Let's see here. And let me get rid of those red, ugly ass red lines. There we go. Okay. Have both references up with his prominent ass cheekbones. Let's see if we can do this one, chat. Okay. A little more hesitant towards this one. I'm going to start with the face. I know it's at an angle here, but I'm kind of intended for that. That's not evens. Then we go across like this. Okay. And the line's not straight. No wonder it's not fucking even. And I forgot about the human muzzle. Looking a little wide right now. Ugh. I need to do more practice like this in general. No. Bad Merrick. You hear... Okay. I made a robot. Oop. See here. Let's make it into a person. That guiding along is just a lie. I've lied to myself, I've gaslit myself on the proportions of this man's head. It's okay. This is the first time I've done something like that. You okay there, Gunner? You awake or are you not? You dying? His hair like Char Aznable in Char's counterattack, which is surprisingly difficult hair to draw. Let's thin out this face a little. Easy peasy. And let us get that nubbin of a chin. Nice. Strong as fuck chin. A little out of alignment. Okay. Let's see here. Robot. Beep boop bop bop bop. Probably the hardest thing to do. And I'm happy I brought up my original sketch as reference as well to see how I handled it there. But the frickin' cheekbones of this man, Jesus Christ. Okay. They are the... I don't want to say horrendously because that's offensive, but like, he has such prominent fucking cheekbones. Like, this shit literally like loops down and around. Like, holy crap, this man. Looks fairly dissatisfied here, so what we're gonna do, if I'm just a good old fashioned low S and this chin, there we go. Looks so weird, but eyes are always the weird, like when you don't have the eyes in it, always looks freaking weird. And you have a fucking... oh, damn. Why don't you have a symmetrical nose? Who do you think you are? This isn't Cars. You're not that guy. You're not the voice of Lightning McQueen. Oh my god, he has a bent nose, chat. Oh. Oh. You might not think that's a big deal, but it is to me. It is such a big deal to me. Oh my fucking god. It's so petty, but I'm looking at that and looking, I want to accurately recreate that, but accurately recreating that and not making it look shit is gonna be so difficult. But you can see, it's not the angle of his head. You might think it's the angle of his head, but you can tell because, like, the angle of everything else, that his right nostril, his right, is slightly higher than his left. And again, you might think that's because his head is slightly tilted, but you can tell by his eyes and his mouth and his ears that it's slightly more tilted than everything else. And you can tell also because the direction of the middle part of the nose, which I forget, but you can tell because of that, how you can see how it bends a little at the tip. I'm just looking at this, I'm just fucking filled with a certain level of hatred for that. This eye might be a little too far. Okay. I'm gonna start with this eye because you always start with this eye. And we want to keep these guys stylistically consistent. And his eyelashes actually do, his eyelids rather, actually do the same thing as Regulus's do. Ooh. You know, Gunner, if you have something to say, you can just say it. Don't ever be pouty about it. That eye I'm really happy with, but it's too low. Especially if it's supposed to be in style with Regulus. I need to remake it. Slightly higher. And that might not seem like I did much, but it felt... Actually, I did do a lot. Millimeters on a small picture mean a lot. And you need to be brought in. Thing is, like, he's almost head on, but he's not. I should have chosen a way better reference, but I did not. You know, I'm just gonna draw it more in line with Regulus. Fuck the detail. It'd look weird if they weren't. What's that, dude? Oh, no, you... Your eyebrows are not level right now. He looks young as hell right now. Holy shit, I made him look like he's in his, like, early 20s. If not a teenager. I made babyface... I'm very quickly making a babyface Homelander. I made him look a lot older, a lot quick, very fast. Come on. Come on! Focus. I think... I don't want him to look that old, so we will instead... do that, which still makes him look older, but not as old as doing the whole thing. Then... I'm gonna get up a different reference real quick. If I can find it. I'm gonna have a stroke real quick. If I can find a... Please tell me I have this listed. Yes, I do. Okay. And actually this... Where is it? No, I don't want this. I don't know what this is. No. Where's this? No! I have to pull up a different... I have to delete this and pull up something else because it is not on screen for some reason. Wonderful. Okay, so... Yes, give me this one, for Christ's sake. That is going to be another reference we're going to be using. We're going to be using it because of the lines, which you can hopefully tell. It also means I need to bring it up over here. Okay. Ramba is going to be our anchor to both make him starting to look a little older again, but also getting those cheekbones down. Particularly on the outside of his face. But it seems silly to get that picture up just to do that right there. But you'd be surprised how necessary that was. Without eyes, he's starting to look like Dr. Manhattan to me. I don't know about you, but it's starting to freak me the hell out. Okay. Now let me... Okay. Actually, I want to get the Char Aznable up as well now. For the hair. So we're going to swap out... I think this one. Browse. See if we can find Char. Actually, I think I'm going to use my own drawing of Char. This is just a recreation, but still. For the reference, if I can find it. This one. But I need to pull that up independently on my screen so I can use it as a reference, not a... Okay. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Okay. A little awkward. Okay. It's the lack of pupils is absolutely killing me inside. Is this gonna look like a monster until we fill those in and we actually show the monster he really is? Which means, let me show me those baby blues. That one's a little too cat-like, but that's okay. We can fix that in the lining process, which we will now move on to. Oh my god. Somehow it seems that, I don't know, maybe this is taking us as long as Regulus. Has so many things to talk about on today's stream, and I just haven't gotten to the topics because I've just been so focused on the drawing. We're supposed to be making them kissing, and we're just drawing them straight up. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Actually, though, something I did see that's a little more positive on the Twitter. I know, something positive on Twitter. It's a bit of a mixed bag, but I saw the new Naked Gun trailer with Liam Neeson. And it started out really mixed. Like, the jokes, I'm like, these might work depending on, like, how they're delivered. But I wasn't quite sure about them. I was like, I'm a little iffy. You know, but then at the end of the trailer, there is a... Ooh. Your eyes are a little far apart, I think. But at the end of the trailer, there's like, oh, I miss you, Dad. And there's like, you know, then it's another character going, like, and it's... Neeson's character is supposed to be the son of Leslie Nielsen's character from the original Naked Gun. And it's just like, you know, Nielsen has, like, you know, a plaque up in the police station. And then it's the other character. And then it's like you see the son of his sidekick. And he's like, I miss you, Dad. And you see his plaque. And then it just, like, zooms out. And then it just has a wide shot. And it's just a hallway of plaques of all, like, the characters from the original Police Academy. And all of their sons just going, like, I miss you, Dad. I miss you, Dad. And then it just hard cuts to a close-up of O.J. Simpson, because he was in the original Naked Gun, like his plaque, and then it just cuts to, you know, his son, and his son just kind of is sitting there and just goes, and just kind of like looks away slightly, and I'm like, okay, that was actually really funny. I have no problem admitting that was actually pretty funny. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like this eye is too far out, but we've already started lining it, so I think we're kind of committed. Whoop. And we're actually gonna move. I think we're just gonna turn off the references now that we're doing the lining, so that way I don't have to constantly be concerned where this is ending up in camera shot. Okay. He looks very unsatisfied, but it's pretty accurate to the reference image, to be fair. Ooh. Okay. Oh my goodness. I've talked about this already, but something a little tragic has reminded me to actually put this more officially down. But on April 19th, we will be watching Prince of Egypt as a watch-along for a stream with guests. And the thing that's a little tragic that got me to remember to say this publicly is the fact that Val Kilmer actually passed away. Ooh. So when we do watch it, there will be a moment of silence before we start watching for the man. Ooh, because he is the voice of Moses in that. He does a very good job. Okay. The Homelander looks a little weird, I'll admit. Has too much to the top of his head, I think. Actually saying that, even though I just lined it, I actually want to see if I can just... Still looks weird, but it feels like it looks a lot less weird when I take off that extra height. There we go. And Homelander's gonna look a lot more weird in this style. You want M1 bite, baby? It looks like Doom Guy. That's a compliment. You got the jawline for it, I'll give him that. Oop. Yeah, Val Kilmer also had a hell of a jawline. He had... Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, we're going to be doing a moment of silence. Neck's probably too thick, but I also probably made the head too wide, so it's fine. Oop. Let's get the shading on this bad boy done. Actually, it's kind of more the opposite of that. Okay. I think we can start filling them in. Ooh. I'm just gonna keep the ear simple. God, this is worse than normal, because normally I have the light that's back here pointing down, but I don't know where the stand for it is, so it's like pointing just across. There's even more in my eye than usual. One scene, I didn't watch a lot of The Boys, but one scene that confused me right off the bat was when they showed, like, Minerva, or whatever her name was, like the Wonder Woman character, like, training, but her training was, like, dudes hitting her with, like, crowbars or pipes or something. And you might think, like, what's weird about that? Well, her introduction was her, like, jumping, landing in front of a... like Brink's security truck, you know, like a bank truck, and just taking it head on with 0 damage. So all I can think is, like, these just look like normal dudes who are just hitting you with pipes. Like, if they're not strong enough to, like, cause the pipes to bend when they hit your body, what's the point of this? Like, what are you doing? It just struck me as a little weird. But I didn't watch a lot of The Boys because I kind of was like, this ain't for me. I like how I was, you know, concerned about the nose and whatnot, and then I just decided, nah, I just won't do the nose. That's a lot of art in general, though, isn't it? This thing like, what am I gonna do? And then you're just like, I just won't. Ooh. If the art style you're aiming for does not require that level of detail, why worry about it? The question is, how do you, especially in like lower detail drawing, how do you translate higher detail into lower detail? And a lot of times, it's a line. Ooh. Sometimes it's 2 lines. Again, on camera, the shading is looking a lot better. Yeah. I don't know why. I feel like maybe, I don't know if it's just because my angle is catching the light a lot more. A lot cleaner. Okay, let's try that hair. I think this is a situation like Char where the hair is technically lighter with darker areas. So what I want to do is okay. We're already working with H2, so we can't really get any lighter than this. Oh, I wonder if we got this ear. Okay, the shading makes it look a lot better, I'll say. Let's try his eyes. I want to do the same thing I did with Regulus's eyes for him. And then we jumped to H. You're not on camera. Let me fix that. I don't care what I get out, I just want something dark. And then finally put in... Where's H2? Where did H2 go, chat? There it is. I don't know, how does that look? Does he look more like a person now, chat? And less like a murderous sociopath? Does he look like he'll kill you in your sleep without a second thought? Ooh. What the fuck? Okay, well now it is catching the light. It's catching the light off of this eye. Both of you I did not give eye glimmers to, but I feel like that's fair because both of you are monsters. Both of you have soulless eyes. There we go. Okay. And we still need to draw them kissing. But God knows how long that's gonna take. Like, I drew both of their faces, but we're only gonna be seeing one of their faces. Ooh. Let's see here. Okay. And even that one face we're gonna see is gonna be pretty obscured. Okay, chat. I'm gonna take a minute to think this over. Is this making sense to you, chat? Because I don't know if it's making sense to me. You can see the Homelander. Let's see here. Oh, that's a fucking awful. Oh, why did I pick this as the pose? Oh, wow, that is. Wow, I picked one of the worst poses I could have fucking. Okay, well, I picked it. You might be like, what's so bad about it? The arms are into. The arms are doing stuff. One arm's down here. The other one is down here. Over the back, but one arm is gonna be pretty much coming from underneath, while this arm is reaching out and over and to the back. So you got one arm, so like they're supporting each other's heads, pulling them together. And then This arm, not so bad. It's just going... Actually, fuck, wait. No, wait. Actually, no, this angle is awful. This angle of attack I chose, absolutely worst mistake. You want one hand on the small of the back. I feel like mirroring the pose is pretty solid. Them mirroring each other is pretty... Pretty solid move, just make them mirror each other. Now the question is, can we detail this into something recognizable as two humans kissing? Now, I've decided this one will be Homelander because I think, firstly, he's the taller one, so I feel like that's just appropriate. Secondly, I feel like Regulus can just be more recognizable by his weird-ass hair. So... And I've just realized... A minute. I'm gonna outline this like this. Okay. Fuck. How do anime characters look from behind, chat? Oh, I mean, she's gonna like it, but I still want to do justice to, you know, this debauched thought. It's like the Kermit the Frog one, you know? Oh, thank God I did those Amelia sketches. Because I just realized his hand has to bend at like a 90 fucking degree angle here. Okay. Thing is, I honestly don't know how you're supposed to draw an anime character from, like, behind. And again, drawing anyone from behind is pretty damn difficult. Same time, though, I'm definitely going to keep it as Regulus, the one in front, because he also has a really simple outfit. His outfit is unironically like very low detail. Bring you in a little. Yeah, that's gonna do a lot. That's gonna be very important. Okay. Let's draw the head without a body. That would be a good idea. Okay, so... Yeah. I see. I made the same mistake when I tried to draw Kermit. I tried to break geometry, the reality of, like, geometry, and make it so that you could still see his chin, even though it would not be visible in this situation. And here's this. I can still see it. I don't know if you can, but here it is. So we want to have it sprout from here. And his ear would be like right here at a really harsh angle. Not that that's too important, just feel like it might be a nice thing to include. Ear with the droplet, even if it is covered up by everything else. Okay. All of this is just going to be covered. There's definitely something happening here. I don't know if I'm proud of it, but I'm making something here. Yeah, we could do better here, okay? So his hand's gonna go for the ass, okay? We can do better here. We can make this image better. We can make him going for a nice ass grab. Just have to worry about the noise and the what? Oh, nose and the ears. Ooh. I believe in the me that believes in you. Oh, dude, I miss so much. I miss so much, bro. Okay, so really, I think the only really the only part of Homelander's face that's gonna be like visible is right here, and yeah. Past that, it's really just the hair. I'm gonna just take from Char Aznable again. Like, it ain't perfect, but like, considering I've only ever done this with the Muppets before. And I'll likely be doing this again off stream. Ooh. Well, I think it's going okay. See here. Regulus, I need Regulus up real quick. I need to see his outfit. That's a vampire. Get rid of that. Oh, I need to find the Regulus reference again. You better be in references, Regulus. Yes, he is. Yeah. So. Oh, his collar does not do what I thought it did. I thought he just had a collar, but his collar goes out and then around. So we need to do that. Okay. This is partially good, but I didn't... Okay, I see what I did wrong. Okay. Okay. Really, this is more of a rough draft. I'll probably be doing this again off stream, which is, you know, fun. But it's similar to how I have a rough draft for the Kermit and Fozzie Bear. Hold up. Oh, that's what I'm missing anatomically speaking. Okay. So, what I messed up here is the fact that the shoulder is in a ball joint, chat, that can rotate forward, so his arm would actually be somewhat forward. And let's see here, a little twisted. And then like this, and then the elbow would be shooting out like this. More like this. It's a little weird looking. I did not pick the best angle, but I'm hoping I can make this look good. Real reason Homelander is the one not in the front, though, as I've said, is because Homelander has way more the complicated outfit. Yes, and get that elbow in. Homelander, what does your outfit look like, by the way? Oh my god, my reference doesn't have Homelander's outfit, so I'm gonna have to look up another Homelander. Show me Homelander. Okay, that's what his outfit looks like. Okay, so he has eagles on the shoulder pads, which I completely fucking forgot about. And it has like this. He has. We got some eagles, which we're just gonna have these as placeholders. Okay. Honestly, did not need to, okay. Hold up. I'm okay with cheating. If I don't have to draw the fingers and I can just do the, you know, the ba trick instead, I will absolutely do it. I might not hate drawing fingers as much as your average artist, but at the same time, I will not skulk away from that shit. Honestly, it's kind of coming together, in all honesty. It ain't looking great, but, like, you can see what's there. Ooh. Let's see here. Regulus's arm has to be... Regulus does have his hand going over here. Okay, sadly though, I feel like having Regulus have his fingers like this wouldn't be like, you'd want it like this. So we want them to run each other's fingers through their hair, chat. We need to get like real yaoi with this. I don't know really what you put in yaoi, but like Well, firstly, we need the hands to be like... Firstly, we've already failed. The hands should be at least this big in proportion to their bodies. We've already failed. The hands are way too small, okay? The hands need to be this big, so we've already failed at Yaoi, okay? I think we need to acknowledge that. But we can still pick up the pieces, chat. Oop. You might be wondering, why am I making an ass crack for Regulus when he's in a dress? Because I have seen the anime, and that not his dress, his whatever he has, his cloak, is really tight, and you can absolutely see his ass in it. Okay, I might not have gotten to season 3 yet, but I have seen that. I feel like I made a mistake here. You think the issue is that, like, I should have... Maybe I should have... Yeah, I think Regulus reaching around his big-ass arm is not... I don't think that's doing it, chat. I think that's making it look awkward. Okay, I don't think he can reach for his ass around his arm. So we either have to lace this under his big muscular arm, which we would have to re-angle for, which I don't want to do. Or we're gonna have to change the angle of the arm. Okay, we already have this arm pretty much angled out. So what we're gonna do is we can't do the ass grab. I'm sorry, chat. It's just not there. So what we're gonna have to do instead is we're gonna have to... Hold up. I'm actually making, like, the fucking body motions with my... in real life. So if you see the shadows moving around like that, that's me moving my arms around to figure out, like, how this would go. So... Okay, so it would be like this. He's gonna be grabbing his deltoid instead. I want the hand here. And... there we go. That's a far more organic pose you can already see, I think. So he's gonna be grabbing at the deltoid. The hand would be angled like this, while this is angled like this. Okay. We're doing good. Okay. Oh, no. This is the inner forearm, which tapers a little. The outer forearm, which bows. Okay, and then... Regulus, your hand is a little big. I know I made jokes about yaoi hands earlier. But I was not serious. Okay. Let's get Homelander's birds a little more detailed. Okay. We will definitely not have time to draw Tommy Umari. We can do that next week, chat. We can do the gender bent next week when I actually have references for it. Yes, bend the finger. Okay, so you have, like, you know, this finger bent. You know, just have the fingers bent, chat. So it looks like he's clawing at him. Women love that shit. Ooh. Look at that. And Regulus doesn't really have muscular arms, but we're gonna try to tone his bicep a little. It might be like, why? Why do that? Why give emphasis to the bicep, chat? Because I want this to be peak, okay? I want this to be peak. I want there to be an implication that he's like, that he is pulling him in, that he is, you know, really grasping at him. I might not be gay, but I know what you'd want if this was a man and a woman. I know what I'd want to be seeing if this was a man and a woman, and I'm using that to make to make this very gay piece. Oh my goodness. You think this would make the Fujoshis happy, chat? Because in all honesty, I think women make the best art request. In all honesty, because a guy will just be like, I wanna have a dude looking cool, striking a pose. Women would be like, I want two interlocked forms. Already, we have a challenge now. And then it's just like doing something terrible to one another, and it's like kissing, yeah, kissing. How scandalous, chat. Okay, is hand-holding not enough for these women? Oh my god, women are so perverted. For guys, you know, hand-holding would be enough, but not women. No, no, no. Honestly, we can cheat a little here. We can just throw this out here. We can't cheat. I thought we could cheat. We could not. Honestly, we can... Okay. This was supposed to be the practice sketch, but I think we're gonna do this we're gonna see how this turns out as a, not final, but like as a, it is still practice, but we are going to line it and whatnot. And I think that'll be where we'll end. Now, an underappreciated fact I actually want to highlight right here is the fact that the elbow is a bony landmark. Where the fuck did I go? Is a bony landmark. In the fact that you can see the bone pressing against the skin when it is bent. A lot of times that's not, and that's a very good thing to remember for anatomy, of the fact that the bone is effectively, really weirdly, it's kind of weird. The bone, I mean, you can see it when you straighten out the arm, which I can't show, but the arm kind of like goes wide and then it tapers into the elbow, then it gets wide again. And it has a, this is gonna be a very simplification, but let's not use the harder to erase pencil, Merrick, you moron. But it effectively does this. You know, from a profile perspective, which looks weird because we're not used to looking at an arm rammed straight, you know, from the side. We're used to seeing it from the front, which from the front, more... It actually kind of does the opposite. It kind of goes... And it almost like... It does that. Like, you have the upper arm here, which I know I drew lower, but... And then you have the forearm here. It kind of does like the... We got really crazy anatomy here. But when you bend the arm... You know, you have the bony landmark, and it's very much like it kind of juts out a little. It's horrible. That's a horrible sketch. But that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to catch their bony landmarks of their elbows, which are underappreciated. Largely also because it creates a sharp angle, which helps refocus visuals. And I need to get Regulus up so we can look at his collar, chat. Or I need to get him up for myself at least. There he is. This collar is a bit of a flare. And I'd love to be doing more drawing streams on Sundays. It's just hard to fit them in. A little bit inconsistent there, but I'm okay with that. Okay. And I'm going to do a guiding line here, a guiding line here. That'll be important for later. And then okay. This is turning out a lot better than it has any reason to be. This is turning out a lot better than it has any need to be for a shit post of all things. And then Homelander, what the hell do your... Oh, you have big old gloves, Homelander. Okay, actually, that's not really bad at all. I just didn't know he had big old gloves. That just means I just have to do this. That's all that means. This is... That's all I had to do. That glove is a little short, actually, but we're just gonna have to suffice. It'll have to suffice. It should be going to here, but I wanted to play safe. That looks a little weird, but I'm just gonna live with it. The Homelander is... Okay, so... He has a cape, chat. Homelander, how does your cape attach to you? It's not... It's like, it attaches to him. Where does your cape attach to you? It attaches really far back on the back. It's really hard for me. All these shots are like for him. Okay, no, I see it. It literally follows his trapezius. So we should be able to see it. It would be right here. Ooh! I like that idea. I'd be like, what idea is that, Merrick? Hold up. We're gonna have to erase a little, which is gonna look dirty and whatnot, but we can have... We have the cape going around both of them, chat. Symbolic to their embrace. Their union. Okay. Let's clean this up and see how it looks. Oh, we haven't lined his head at all. Regulus, can I get Regulus up again real quick? Regulus, what is your... As a seeing what his shirt situation was, and we can literally just do this. We don't need to be special about it. We're going with his normal outfit, not his wedding tuxedo, so it's fine. This turned out way better than it should have. Considering not one of my practices yet have included drawing somebody from behind, turned out pretty good, chat. For my first back shot, this is pretty good. Phrasing. Don't take that one out of context. Oh my god, we completely missed this line. There we go. One trick to drawing I like is the fact that you might have noticed when I was drawing this arm that at one point you can see the remnants of it right here, but I did this. And the reason I did that was to give it a three-dimensional form in my brain, so I could see the 3 dimensions of it. I knew that line was the central line going down the deltoid. Ooh. And I could figure out how it should be angled, because let me recreate that again. Like, the deltoid goes like this. That's the deltoid. Then you have the bicep here, which is actually 2 muscles, but I'm not going to draw that out because I don't remember exactly how they work. But I really needed to figure out for the angle of the arm that. Because the bicep from the side is just one lump like this. For the deltoid from this angle, again, you have to figure out this whole part right here, even though you can't see it. But it's very important you get that correct for the angle. Anatomy. One of the most important things you can do in drawing is just pick up an anatomy book and look at it. Like, nothing even more complex than that, to be honest. Ooh, I mean, you're gonna have to study, like, you know, what you see in there, but just, like, look at how the muscles attach to the bones and how, you know, the skin lays on top of the muscles and whatnot. Ooh. Draw skeletons if you want, or don't. Just figure out how things fit together. And can we have... Wow, that was ugly as hell. And then, oh, hold on, this is gonna be, whoop. Because this is the same line. And then, whoop. Because these are the same lines. And here. And these are just the stripes on Homelander's. Ooh. On Homelander's cape. He has red, white, and blue stripes. And for obvious reasons, we'll make the outer parts the red ones, because those will contrast better. It's coming along horrifically, cannot. That's good. I love how our practice was 2 hours of drawing their faces, and then we don't see either of their faces. And you might be like, what was the fucking point of drawing their faces for 2 hours when this is what we see? Believe it or not, there is a rhyme and reason for it. It's because you need to know the structure, okay? I need to know how to do Regulus's hair to do the back of his head, because there's still, like, things going on there. Like, it's still... Like, I need to, like, notice these parts, so that's why I have this, and, you know, I need to capture everything correctly. You know, I might not have a lot of his face here, but simply by having his eyebrows correct, having his cheekbones, that, like, accentuation to the cheekbone, you can recognize it's Homelander a lot quicker. You know, it's all about getting enough elements that you recognize it as quickly as possible. It might be like, well, you know, technically right here, their faces are a little too far apart, and you should show detail here. Fuck you, I don't want to. Okay? There's nothing more to that. I just don't want to. I don't want to put anything right there. I realized that I forgot to angle Regulus's face a little more than it needed to be a little more angled. I recognize that. Because of that, there's this kind of weird negative space here. I don't care. Okay, I'm not drawing on a pad where I can just literally go with the piece. No, I'm stuck with this. And I'm just gonna accept we don't get to see we're just gonna have a weird negative space in between their faces. Ooh. That's the joy of drawing with pen and pencil. Is that you don't go, ooh, I need to correct everything. You just go like, you know what? That's how it is now. It's kind of a big flaw. Well, you know what? It's just how it turned out, buddy. Because we're gonna have to live with it and survive. And that's a little messy, so we're gonna clean up that banana. Hair bananas, a staple of anime. Who has your favorite hair banana in all of anime, chat? There's a lot of choices to go from, I understand, but if you had to pick one. Okay, so I just caught that I lined that part that should not have been lined. Okay. Okay. And then we need to I should not be using a 6 here, but I already had it out and it was in my hand. Don't sass me, phone. What was that? Oh. Wait, what was that? Oh. Somebody opened comms. Oh no! Wait a minute. I just realized the mistake I made. We forgot to do a glove on the other arm. We need to do that. We need to fix it, chat. We fixed it, chat. That is not angled well enough. We did not fix it. There we go. Okay, now Homelander's outfit is comparably dark as hell. So, with Regulus, we're kind of done, in all honesty. We just need to, like, fill in his hand. His hand and finger. And we're pretty much good. He's done. Homelander's gonna be a lot more tricky. So, the blue's definitely darker than the red. That's obvious. Not like a green situation, is it? Okay. So, let me get Homelander. Oh, his collar's golden. Oh, we're just gonna make you go. No. No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. What's this level of detail you got going on here, buddy? I don't like it. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, okay. We just need to add... It's gonna seem like really trivial, but we're gonna add a little level of detail to Homelander real quick. Let's just go through our pencils. Might seem trivial, but that's a little thing you got there. And that's important because his collar actually does this. And yeah. Oh, your belt's a lot more complicated in the show, isn't there, bud? Oh, okay. Well, let's There we go. By a lot more complicated, I mean I'm just gonna do that. Okay. Okay. Now we need to do the shading. He is slightly paler. Well, actually, no, they're both pale sons of bitches, so. I forgot to do this up here, and that's why you look a lot so good. I just adjusting some shading on Homelander up here to fix his hair. It might not seem like much, but it's important. Okay, and now we're gonna keep your gloves solid. We are not gonna make them all fancy and textured like that at all. You might call me a coward for that. I don't care. Okay. I want HB. I want HB. I want. Oh, this is kind of difficult. The blue should be B. We do the blue as B. And we'll do the red as HB, I think. I think that'll be good. And then we can be done with this dark, dark chapter. Kind of being a little lazy, I'll admit, with shading. We're gonna have a stream one day that's just shading practice. But sometimes it's hard to care about shading when you've already done all this drawing, you know what I mean? We just get to this point and you're like, I don't wanna get this over with. Let's see here. Homelander, let me look at you again. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Let's get out H out chat and do the gloves and everything else. Don't worry, I know that like we are lacking shading on the body. We'll go back and do shading on the body as well. I just want to kind of, I guess you could say, put in the base coat. Watch chat, when I fucking give this to her, she's gonna be like, thank you. I do light Yagami and... You okay? You okay? You got one more in you? I think you got one more in you. Can you do that again? I don't know if that came through the audio, but my dog decided sneezing fit. Light Yagami and Heinkel. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually have this be slightly darker. Okay there, Gunner? You don't look like you're doing okay from the corner of my eye. You got the sniffles? Yeah, he's doing it. Oh wait, no, this is the inner. So this one should be a little darker. Not on camera? Yes! And can I have H2 real quick? Ooh. Yeah, that's a better way to shade it in than using H2. Okay. Okay. Let us get we did B, right, chat? Yes. Let's get yeah, that's what we did. Oh, we also need to add shading to some places. Here, we need to have the underarm shaded. Can I have B again, please? Thank you. Oh shit, what was I just shading in with? I was shading in with B2. That was way too dark. Fuck. I need H. Wait. That's F. I need H. Come on. Yeah, Gunner? What do you need? You're tired? Oh! You okay there, Gunner? One more. Oh. I don't think I can do another one of these tonight. Deja vu. Also, I think this is a pretty good place to end on. This turned out way fucking better than it has any reason to be. Having it all done almost. I just need to fill in the collar, which is this is ludicrous how it turned out. And then we have to have like, it has no reason to look this good. It has absolutely no reason to turn out this well in like an hour's time. And I mean, we did 2 hours for this, and then 1 hour for this. Is it perfect? Is it amazing? No, but it's the whole fact that this actually looks kind of okay. Oh wait. Detail chat. It's always the little details that slip your notice. And let's get Regulus's shading in as well. And oh wow, that's actually a mistake. I just realized I didn't erase this line, which is ironic because I have to now go back and add a little bit of shading where that was. I'm almost pissed with how this turned out, Chad. I'm petty enough to almost be pissed. Let's see here. Let's get B and try to fix this real quick. I'm creating an intermediary zone. And then H2. And U. For my technical third time ever trying to do this, two people kissing, whatever, technical third time, it turned out pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It is almost disturbing how well it turned out. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Hey, Gunner. You're gonna have to be let out soon, I bet. Okay. Well, with that, we are practically at 3 hours exactly. We are technically at 3 hours. Ooh. So let me look for a place to send you guys off to while you can appreciate. Fucking speak, Merrick, speak. Well, you can, really soak in this art that we made for this stream. Ooh. Just look at it, chat. Look at this peak. Oh my god. Okay, I'm back. I'm not gonna have my head there because I'd have to move the camera. But I'm gonna look for a place to send you guys off to because I think that's the stream. But actually, I'm not going to send you guys off when I find the place. I want to talk about what we learned from this before we go. I just feel like having that ready is important because a lot of times I don't have it ready for you guys. So, ooh. Okay, sorry, it looked like the bitrate on Twitch says I have bad bitrate, but OBS and YouTube say I'm fine. Let me think here, chat. Where should I send you? It's truly terrible. How could you? I put my heart and soul into that, and you call it terrible. Let's see here. Ooh, I'm gonna send you to Rico. Rico is a friend of Issa. Why are you looking at it? Because your eyes can appreciate art. That's why. And it's saying there's nobody on Twitch, so I'm not gonna bother on Twitch. If there's anybody on Twitch, I apologize. But here's Rico, and let's talk about what we learned before we go. So let's start. With Regulus. What we learned with Regulus is the importance of eye shading, really, is what we learned. Is that we took lessons that we learned with Holo the Wise Wolf. We took lessons we learned with Holo the Wise Wolf, which I'll show, actually. I should be showing you. Here, with the eyes. We had her, and I wanted to kind of more figure out how to recreate that consistently. And between, so as you can see, the gradient in her eye, I wanted to recreate that more consistently. This is kind of what we tried to practice with both of these guys. Kind of started with him, and then we kind of realized that you just have a little bit of arches that go across the eyes. Homelander's face is a little squat, which is ironic because we've been making faces too narrow for a long time. Now we might be having the opposite problem, or this is a one-off. Who knows? But we also practiced trying to do shading with just the pencil that we did the top layer with as well, which turned out mostly well. It looks fine on camera at least. Homelander's eyes are a little bit far apart, but we should... What this teaches us with Homelanders, we need to do more real-life references. We've been doing so many anime references that we can do anime pretty quickly and on the ball, but the real-life references are a little bit lacking. They don't quite have that same reliability. Ooh. And then what we learned with this is a lot of things, actually. We learned... Excuse me. Oh my god, the place that I linked out to. Oh no, this is streaming. I thought they ended stream. But what we learned with this is firstly the importance of drawing the body separately but entangled, and how you do that, and how it's okay to change things once you've started. For example, with Regulus's arm, we originally had it just anywhere. We could not figure out how to do it. We had it at the small of the back, and they were like, we can't do that, it doesn't work. We had it grabbing his butt. We were like, that doesn't work either. And I was like, why is this not working? Why can I not put his hand anywhere? And I realized it's because I had his arm positioned over top Homelander's. And Homelander is a bigger dude. So having him reach out, he's not simply reaching around Homelander's, like body, he's reaching around his arm. And so in compensation of that, I had to make him reach for something more feasible, which is why he's reaching for kind of like the upper deltoid, outer trapezius. Something that's far more feasible for him to grab onto. Homelander didn't really have that issue. Homelander has his arm inside. The Homelander can grab that small of the back. And the reason and we pretty much drew Homelander's arm committed like this, so that's why he had priority. But it's also just the importance of planning things out and being able to and change things as they go. Kind of being okay with just not adding detail is also something we learned. Is just how I said earlier, how there's this negative space in the face, but it doesn't matter because you still understand what's going on there. You understand that it's still two people kissing. Oop. I don't know. It was a really fun practice. I did not expect it to be such fun practice with the just how impromptu it was. I feel like it's one thing I'd want to do, or I need to do, is this gives good three dimensions to it. But this is actually really flat, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to make that not so flat, and that's probably going to have to be done through shading, if anything. I'm not going to remake it because we already did the line work on it. But it was a really fun practice. I hope you guys join us again for next time we draw, which might be next week. I'm going to try to draw a little more often, but hopefully I can either find a nice time to do a Sunday drawing stream where we can have even more focus on lessons and just doing new stuff. Homelander, I didn't shade in your eyebrows, did I? No, I didn't. Ooh. Best part about using graphite, you can just smudge it, and you can do the shading that way. That's how we did the shading here and here, because I was like, it's gonna be way too much of precise work to do it, to be doing it with the pencil. It's gonna take too long. I like how we did it. I'm really happy. The thing that I'm almost happiest with most is the outer shading on Regulus's arm. I think that looks really, really nice. The shading on Regulus is a bit all over the place, but I'm happy with what we practiced with him. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with his arm. His arm looks really interesting to me, at least. I wanted it to look like it was flexing, like it was tight, and it does. But now we're just going to start anymore, and I feel like we'd just be rambling. So with that, thank you for joining us. Thank you very, very much for joining us this stream. Have a great day and wonderful life. And remember, don't lose your head. We'll be back most likely tomorrow for some Red Dead Redemption. We're going to try to start earlier just to get those earlier start times for you guys. But outside of that, again, just enjoy your time. If you're new here, drop a like and a sub. It would be appreciated. Or a follow if you're on Twitch. But I linked you out. Twitch, it looks like you guys aren't here, so I guess you'd have to be a VOD watcher. But have a good one, everybody. Ooh, let me get the music up. The one thing I forgot to get. And let us... Okay. Merrick Vespa signing off from me to you.